On top of Bolton Summit. A cold beer.
I'd have to say this lives up to its billing. First day on the long trail. Really excited about this. It's a beautiful trail so far. Elevation's really pouring on now. From where we parked to the top of the summit is over 3,000 foot of gain. So we have a bit of a hike ahead of us. We broke camp maybe about a half hour or 40 minutes ago, I guess. We're gonna hike for a little bit and then stop and have breakfast. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll make this worthwhile. It's reasonably level now for a little bit. I'm sure it's gonna get steep again. That's what I've heard. I've heard this trail's a lot of up and down up to this summit here. But it feels good to not have to go up for a little bit. All right, so here we are. We're at the junction of the reroute from the new long trail to the old long trail. We made great time. It's 8:39. Back heading north. This is the original section of the long trail after we just finished that reroute. There is Mount Mansfield in the distance. That's what we will be going up tomorrow. That's the highest peak in Vermont. I'll tell you guys what, after getting some food in my belly, I feel like I got a new set of wheels on or something. The first day, first mile or two on the trail is always rough for me. But I'm feeling real good right now and I'm real excited about this. This is shaping up to be one of the best hikes that I've ever been on. So the forest seems to be changing a little bit more as we get higher from deciduous to conifer trees. What are you getting, water in the Ziploc bag?
Yeah. It's not moving enough.
So we just got to the beautiful Buchanan shelter for our pre-lunch break. It's around 10 a.m. Making great time. We got 6 miles done.
For God's sake.
So the red blazes after the Buchanan shelter say goat path and ledge, Bolton ledge. So I guess this is going to be a view. We're going to find out. So I just talked about that being a viewpoint. It's not. Don't go that way. It's a wrong turn.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Oh.
My goodness.
I'd have to say this lives up to its billing.
Amen, brother.
This is a tremendous view. Look at this.
This is as pretty as I am.
Rob's already left. I can't tear myself away from this view, but I'm gonna have to. I'll check that out. We're getting close to Bolton.
Very hazy, hot day. I bet you the humidity is 80–90%.
Lots of signs of a moose on this whole trail today, but no moose in sight. So this is what we're doing right now. We're getting up a little higher, trees are getting smaller. I'm enjoying the pace that we're doing, which is a little bit slower than I usually do. We took a half-hour lunch, which I don't usually do. Had a hot lunch, which is also something I never have done before. You know, I'm usually trying to get in and out as quick as I can, so it's always a cold lunch. But I had a hot lunch today, and that really hit the spot. So this is the last push up the Bolton Mountain. And it's reasonably steep and rocky.
Since Bolton Mountain, nobody's around.
This is the summit, but there is nothing to see. There it is, Bolton Summit, 37.25. And you are rewarded with no views at all, but a peculiar smell.
On top of Bolton Summit.
So here we are, about 9/10 of a mile, 8/10 of a mile from the shelter. A little view poking out here through the trees. Also been given a trail name. I haven't had one previously. Rob has decided, first he went with data, then it was intel, and he's decided on recon now, because I have so much useless information that we don't really need. We could just hike where we're going and find out when we get there, but I had a lot of useless information from the weather, pictures of shelters, just all kinds of other nonsense. So it's a fitting name, I guess, and I like it. It's not some ridiculous name. It's a really cool little section through here. Got a nice little stream. So here we are coming in to Puffer Shelter. 9/10 of a mile from the top of Bolton. And wow.
So we have a predicament, Recon.
Rob, what do you have?
Chicken cheese couscous, a homemade recipe from, I got all the freeze-dried ingredients from over at Dutch at Maker Gear.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll be looking at while we eat. I think, as Rob would say, life is good.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
So what are we going to do now, Rob?
We are going to have a smoke, a cold beer, and look at that. I don't always smoke cigars and drink beer, but when I do it at Puffer Shelter, looking at some beautiful green mountains.
I looked at your photos, I looked at your videos. Like, I honestly, like, she really did play me. Like, I did not know where she was going with it at all.
Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning, Memorial Day weekend. It's about 5:15, I believe, 5:30. Had a great night's sleep last night. Slept like a rock. Just listening to the birds. We're heading over Mount Mansfield today. It's going to be a good day, guys. I'm heading out of here. It's around 6 o'clock. Leaving the Puffer Shelter. We're heading north, ultimately towards Mount Mansfield and Taft Lodge. We're going to be stopping at Taylor Lodge first to have breakfast. I think it's about 4 miles away, so about 2 hours, give or take. Rob headed out about 15 minutes ago, so I'm going to catch up to him. Here's a little crazy section immediately after the shelter, a little bit of a scramble. This section of trail has been noticeably more rugged than most of the trail that we had yesterday. Alright guys, looks like we're going to have our first view of the day here. There it is. Bolton Mountain. I have no idea what they are. If anyone has any ideas, say something in the comment section. Pretty steep, rooty section right here. Wow. That is what I just came down. Boulder hopping. Mr. Beaver was very busy. This appears to be the way we go. And this is where I try not to fall in. All right, let's see what we got here. Long trail's that way. Butler Lodge, 3.4 miles. Long Trail South, Puffer Shelter, that's where we just came from, 3.4 miles. Lake Mansfield Trail, Taylor Lodge, that's where we're heading for breakfast. That's that way, that's where I'm going. All right, so here we are coming into Taylor Shelter. Pretty decent sized shelter with a nice porch. There is a view. So when you come out of Taylor Shelter, the water source there is a quarter mile away, or 2/10 of a mile from the shelter. But if you're heading north on the trail, you cross a stream not too far after that, so you might as well just keep on heading north and go to the stream. You ready to start walking again? Yeah. I want to go down here and just take a nap, but it's only 1.3 miles to the next shelter, so.
This is a fun hobby. I don't always like in 90-degree weather, but when I do, I sweat like a pig.
You enjoying this leisurely stroll through the woods?
Yeah, it's nice. I like climbing 15 million feet in 12 seconds.
It's so hot out, even the rocks are sweating. So it's lunchtime, Butler Lodge. So we just finished up lunch a little bit. I set up the hammock. We got a little bit of time to kill before we head up to Mansfield. So seems like a good a place as any to take a little nap. All right, lunch is done. We're back on the long trail from the shelter. It was a good lunch, a nice nap. Now it's time to get going. Here we are at Needle's Eye. It's a tight squeeze. All right. Woo. Oh, wow. So here we are about to go into the alpine zone at Mansfield. We're getting closer to the top. We're at the forehead of Mount Mansfield, 3,940 feet. Look at this, folks. It's almost dizzying, we're so high. So after coming over the forehead, we come to like this fire road. Alright guys, we're here at Taft Lodge, but we're heading out. We're going to try to make a little more mileage today after dinner. What do you think about that?
I'm not happy about it.
You're not happy about them? I'd rather be in the hammock right now, but you know, it is what it is.
Let's go.
Alright, there's the view. Alright, so we're across the notch, going back up the other side. What's that called? Where are we going?
Sterling Pond.
Sterling Pond.
No, you're welcome, guys. Thanks for.
What you doing, Frankie?
Having a blast.
No.
We throw out stinks.
It's an easy day today. Total of like 6 miles. You know, this is the last night on the trail for me. I get off at Vermont 15 and we have to do some car shuttling. This is the longest I've been on the trail for me. 4 nights and 4 full days. And it's, my emotions have all been positive emotions so far. I mean, I miss my wife, I miss my kids, and I hope, you know, as much as a video like this can allow them to experience what I've experienced, you know, I wish they could be here with me to share this, because it's just been a tremendous trip. Without a doubt, this has been the best backpacking trip that I've been on. You know, Rob is a great spirit. You know, he's fun to be around. I'm gracious that he invited me to come along with him. And thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. So, we made it to lunch. It's the Whiteface Shelter. If you look off in the distance, right above my finger, that's Mount Mansfield. One of the sub peaks. That's actually not the highest peak, but that's where we were yesterday afternoon. Alright, just finished up lunch. I'm feeling good, feeling strong. We're heading up Whiteface Mountains, 4/10 of a mile away from the Whiteface Shelter. I'm not sure why they call this Whiteface, guys, because my face is going to be beet red by the time I get to the top. Here we are on top of Whiteface, guys. You can see Mansfield, clouds starting to cover around it. There's going to be some weather coming in the next couple hours probably. Hopefully we won't get caught in it, but we'll see. It might feel good, so who knows.
There was actually a tree and a tree limb where you could actually put the bear bag up 10 feet off the ground and 4 feet away from anything near it.
Alright guys, we're probably about halfway to the shelter for the night, but it's starting to rain, so camera's going away, pack cover's going on. Alright guys, last I spoke to you, I was putting the pack cover on and it was raining. It's a bit later. We made it over to Bear Hollow. It actually wasn't raining too hard when we first got here, it was just kind of sprinkling. But so we set up, got everything all ready. We're in the shelter now and it's raining pretty good. It's supposed to have some thunderstorms later tonight. Alright, it's around 6:56, 6:57. We packed up. This is the last little push for me to get back to the car. We're gonna go shuttle some cars around, then I'm getting out of here.
I just got spoiled walking on that other trail.
So this is it. This is the end of the journey for me. We're here. There's the vehicle.